Heroin and other powerful drugs flowed through South Florida like a river of churning rapids, engulfing thousands of people in the grip of addiction. Many addicts ended up in sober homes as their last hope, a refuge to get clean and build a new life. Except much of the sober home industry was a vast criminal enterprise designed to steal insurance money, hundreds of millions of dollars worth. This was especially true in Palm Beach County. Crooked sober homes encouraged their own residents to do more drugs and relapse. The patients were brazenly brokered to drug testing labs and rehab facilities. The owners handed out addiction services that often were inflated or medically worthless. Insurers and health plans were besieged with false claims. This made insurance fraud the engine that drove the crime wave and enlarged the county's epidemic of addiction. Deeply concerned, the Palm Beach Post assigned teams of top reporters to investigate. They doggedly wrote stories for more than 2 years, including more than 100 articles last year alone. Nearly single-handedly, the Post alerted consumers and policymakers to the full crisis that was besieging Palm Beach County. Just as important, the Post reported forcefully about the role that insurance fraud plays in fueling criminal behavior. Fraud truly was the trigger of tragedy. The reporters blew the lid on Kenny Chapman. He knew nothing about counseling, rehab, or sober homes. Yet he set up sober homes with little state or local oversight. Chapman encouraged addicted residents to do drugs so he could send them back for more inflated drug testing and rehab, all falsely billed to insurers. Chapman became a millionaire almost overnight. There were many more just like Chapman, the Post news coverage revealed in groundbreaking articles. In one emotionally touching news feature, the Post ran photos of more than 200 people who died from heroin overdoses in Palm Beach County, all in just 1 year. Equally important, the Post revealed that sober homes were a largely unregulated industry. Far too many were little more than money machines. They stole insurance by brokering addicts like cattle, with little fear of retaliation. Consumers, prosecutors, and policymakers all took notice. A wave of reforms took hold. The governor declared a statewide health emergency. He also signed a bill this year to clean up the sober home industry. The state attorney got going. More than 30 people were arrested in the last year. The clear message: paying for patients won't be tolerated. Kenny Chapman received more than 27 years in federal prison. A grand jury got going as well. It issued a major report that outlined the large human trafficking, sex abuse, and insurance fraud in the sober home industry. Especially important, the grand jury recommended more oversight of sober homes. Federal regulators even responded here in Washington. They opened up sober homes to much tighter oversight by local cities. The Palm Beach Post is a shining example of journalism at the game-changing best. These dogged reporters uncovered a crisis. They exposed the criminals and sad human loss, and they clearly showed the large role of insurance fraud. Most important, the Post has inspired state and federal reforms for the better.